ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this wonderful program, this exceptional one, because we're receiving an exceptional guest. He's Dr. Peter Baofu. He's an American visionary and author of 141 new theories and visions in 175 scholarly books as of February 2022, and numerous articles provide a visionary challenge to conventional wisdom in all fields of knowledge, that is, the social sciences, the formal sciences, the natural sciences, and the humanities, with the aim for unified theories of everything together with numerous visions of future histories in relation to the mind, nature, society, and culture. His books are listed in top university libraries and national libraries around the world, including the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. He was interviewed on television and radio, as well as by newspapers around the world, about his original ideas and visions of the human future. You can check it on YouTube. And has global experiences around the world in all civilizations in 117 countries as of February 2022. And finally, Dr. Baofu earned an entry on the list of prominent and emerging writers in Contemporary Authors, that is in 2005, and another honorary entry in the Writers Directory, that is in 2007. He was a U.S. Fulbright scholar in the Far East. He had taught as a professor at different universities in Western Europe, the Caucasus and the Middle East, the Balkans, Central Asia, South Asia, North America, and Southeast Asia. He finished more than 5 academic degrees, including a PhD from the world-renowned Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, and was a summa cum laude graduate, as well as the recipient of the 1986 Delta Sigma Pay Scholarship Key for being at the top of the class in the College of Business Administration with another student. And we receive Dr. Peter Baofu. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
It's a pleasure having you on our show today.
Same.
All right, we go straight to our questions. So, what's your take on the Mali situation, Mali's attitude on France, right?
There's also a complicated question. Again, I don't take side with France or Mali. I'm an external observer as a thinker, as a visionary. And I do think that I have been in Africa for quite some time now, several years, 5 or 6 years now. I've been in more than probably 30 different African countries. And I can see a lot of resentment against the French colonial, I should say post-colonial legacy, because the France is still dominating Western Africa in many major ways. And Mali, in a way, is trying to stand up. And that's why Mali does not have a good media reception in France, because Mali want to stand up and try to get rid of the French post-colonial domination. Of course, France does not like it. And I think that the problem with the war going on, France is trying to support all those kind of governments in the region to get rid of all this kind of militancy, which is threatening the national security of Western Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa. But I think that the problem is that France has failed so far, not because they don't have the military power. They have. The problem is that the militants now are engaged in an asymmetric warfare against France. So when you go and bomb them in one area, they flee to another area. And you keep tracing it, like run and chase this kind of warfare. But the major roots of the problem are not there, and France is not doing anything to resolve them. I'm talking about economic problem, social problem, political problems. Those are the key problems which are causing all this kind of conflicts in Western Africa. And that's why you have a coup d'etat. You have some of the authoritarian regime. I'm talking about, let's say, Mali, Guinea-Bissau, Burkina Faso, and all that. And now you have Sudan and many other places too. France is not doing anything to, because France is is treating the region as a post-colonial
still a colonial
destination for the domination and control. So France is not doing that for your own benefit. France has their own interest to perpetuate that domination. On the other hand, many of the authoritarian governments, they are also doing that for their own pursuit of power too. So it's not that I side with either one. I think that both of them are a problem. But I'm just saying that what France is doing is not helping. It's making the problem even worse. Now the problem in that region is not about Mali anymore. Now it is subcontinental problem. So and the roots of the problem are still there. And France is not doing anything to solve any of those social problems, economic problems, and political problems. France only focus on military power to get rid of those militancy, but that is not resolving the problem. It has failed so far, and that's why you have Mali, which is coming up and defy that state quo, because Mali now has the support of Russia too, by the way. So they need some kind of alternative to balance different powers. You understand me? When you it's the same thing about Ukraine. The situation in Mali in some way is comparable to the situation in Ukraine. Ukraine is confronted with two dominant blocs, the Western-led alliance and the Russian one. If you fight against this one, then you welcome this one, but this one will dominate you too. But if you get rid of this one and go to the other one will dominate you too. That's the why I'm proposing that when you're weak and small, don't fight with the giants, you lose.
Okay.
Try to be nice to both and maximize your benefit to be nice to both. Just like Switzerland, for example. Switzerland did not side with Hitler, also did not side with the Western allies. They tried to be nice to both, so they can do business with everyone. They don't put their finger on against anyone. So I think that that's exactly what Ukraine should have done. But they are learning. Now they are negotiating with Russia and say, okay, we don't join NATO. Now we are going to demilitarize all this army. But you should have done that a long time ago before the war. Now you wait until they invade you. Now you say, oh, okay, fine, we negotiate now. Okay, we are going to be a nice guy. We're not going to join NATO. But you should have done this long time ago. Why do you wait until now? They bombed the hell out of you. Look at this blunder by Ukraine too. So I think that all of them are responsible.
So do you think Mali's attitude is a call on other African countries to get rid of neo-colonialism?
I don't think that Mali is the only one. I have been in many Western African countries. I have been in many African countries by now. Almost everywhere I see the same resentment. They really want France to leave. But France has that kind of domination that it's difficult for the local politician to speak out because many of them could be eliminated.
But America also have domination, don't you think it's the same
Well,
thing?
it's life. I'm not saying that it's a nice thing, but I'm trying to answer your question, what should be done? I'm saying that, look, if you have someone trying to dominate you, look at the choices that you have. Either you will say, thank you to dominate me, I like it, I love it, welcome. Or you're going to say, no, I don't like it, get out. But then you're weak. They are powerful. Or the third solution is trying to balance them out. Okay, I cannot get rid of you, but I will ask someone else to come in to balance out. This is exactly what's happening in Mali. Now they are inviting Russia to come in. By the way, just in case you do not know, in the Pacific Islands, Solomon Islands, do you know that? Now it's inviting the Chinese to come in. They just signed a security pact. But they also have Australia. They also signed the security pact with Australia too. And they are trying to be friendly with the US too. Why do they do that? Because they don't want to be dominated by one group. They try to be nice to all, so that if you try to bully me, I will ask the other one because I also have a security pact. If Australia come and bully me, the US come and bully me, now I have China. Or if China is going to bully me, now I have the US and Australia. You balance out. It's exactly what Mali is doing in a way. Mali said that, okay, we don't want all this kind of military bases, we don't want this kind of domination, we want Russia in. So if you are bad to us, we ask Russia to help. But then if Russia is bad to us, we come back to you. You understand me? They are balancing. That's what a weak country should do. But the danger, however, is that if they go too far, they will make France very angry, and then France can come in and do more military violence against you, just as Russia has done to Ukraine. So that's also a danger that you play, but be careful whom you are playing with. If you look at the history of Western Africa, time and again, this is not the first time you have a country like Mali to do that. Quite a number of countries have defied France, but they were eliminated in the end. They assassinate you, they will overthrow your government, they will come in and do this and this, they will support the opposition, and then you are gone. So you have to play. That's why I said international politics can be very brutal. You want to fight, fine. You have to fight in a very smart way. But if you fight with your emotion, you lose, because they have more power than you do. They can come in, they can overthrow you, they can bomb the hell out of you, they can assassinate you, they can support the opposition because they have the power and you don't.
Very good. All right, Professor Peter Baofu, it was a pleasure having you, and we are glad you answered all our questions. We are very satisfied, and we hope and trust that you travel back safely.
Okay, thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much.